Hi everyone, welcome to the reset. Welcome to day one of week one, all about gut health this week. So just quickly, I want to just touch on a couple of points about gut health. So our gut is such an important foundation to our overall health, and in particular is very implicated in our immune system. So about 70% of our immune system is located in the gut, and this is it takes different forms. So it's both actual immune cells, it's our gut microbiome, and then it's also the fact that the lining of our gut forms this protective barrier so that pathogens and bacteria can't pass through it. So it's a really foundational aspect of our health, and this is why we start with gut health in week one. Now, there are different things that benefit our gut health. So I just want to talk you through a few things which I'm going to add into this smoothie that I really like to have. So I'm just going to start off by adding a tablespoon of golden linseeds into my blender and half a tablespoon of chia seeds. And then I'm just going to blend these up. So they're whole chia seeds and whole linseeds. So I've just whizzed it up, and that mills them, it chops them up really finely. And the reason I like to use whole seeds like that rather than ready milled ones is that because it preserves the essential fatty acids. So both linseeds and chia seeds are high in omega-3 essential fatty acids, which are really important for all the cells in our body, including the cells in our gut lining. So as well as that, flax seeds and chia seeds are really high in fiber, which helps draw out toxins from our colon. So it benefits us in multiple ways. So that's gone in there. Now, when we talk about gut health, we often talk about the gut microbiome and the beneficial bacteria in our gut. And we know that probiotics and fermented foods which contain probiotics are really beneficial for topping up our gut microbiome and encouraging diversity and numbers. But we also need to remember to feed the gut bacteria, okay? And the foods that the bacteria feed on are called prebiotics. They're prebiotic fibers, also known as insoluble fibers. And you find these in things like green bananas. So you can see here, this banana's a bit on the green side. And now I've just got half a banana, which I'm going to use in my smoothie today. So I'm just going to pop that in. So literally the bacteria in the gut feed on these fibers. Oops. Just pop that into the blender. Other foods which are high in prebiotics are leeks and onions and garlic and artichokes and asparagus. Now, if you have trouble digesting these foods, it's because you don't have the right bacteria in your gut to help digest these foods. So then gases are produced and you can suffer with indigestion and bloating. So we need to address this. If this is you, if you are someone who can't tolerate these kind of foods, then we can address this by increasing the diversity in the gut, the microbiome, the bacterial diversity in the gut, so that we can process these foods so that we don't create gases. Okay, so next I've got like half a cup. This is my cup measure, half a cup of berries. I've just got some mixed berries. It's literally what I had in the freezer. I sometimes just use blueberries or whatever there is. In this one there's like blackberries and strawberries and red currants and black currants. So that goes in. Berries are, as well as green bananas. So let's talk about sugar for a minute. I know I mentioned the fact that we're taking sugar out for the next 28 days. But when I say that, what I actually mean, oh look, wow. Yum. What I actually mean is the kind of refined and added sugars that we find in lots of processed foods. I am not so worried about you consuming some berries, which are really low in sugar. Green bananas are also much lower in sugars than very ripe bananas. And I try to keep it to the lower sugar fruits, but I don't necessarily think that you need to omit all sources of fruit during the reset over the next 28 days. If you wanted to later on go into a complete sugar cleanse and take out all fruit and everything like that, that's fine. You can do that at a later date. But right now, what we're focusing on is our gut health for this week. So antioxidants are, berries are really rich in antioxidants is what I'm trying to say. And antioxidants help remove free radicals in our body. They help which are created from our environmental toxicity. We create free radicals from inflammation in our body. So antioxidants help mop these up and help release toxins from our body. So berries are great to that. And talking of that, I'm also going to add a teaspoon of some acai berry. Now this is completely optional. But I really like this acai berry. It's also really high in calcium, iron, and potassium, as well as lots of antioxidants. So like a teaspoon like that. You can also find this at the Natural Dispensary, and I shared my 10% off code with you, which you can use that for any products on there. Now I'm also adding a scoop of collagen hydrolysate. Can I say that right? Hydrolysate. I can never say that word. That one. Now this one is from a bovine source. So obviously if you're vegan or vegetarian, just avoid using this. There is also a marine one which I like using by Bare Biology. And what collagen does, collagen helps repair the membranes in our body. So it helps repair the lining of our gut. It helps with things like leaky gut or intestinal permeability, so that we can have a really strong, healthy gut lining, so that undigested food particles and any pathogenic bacteria or viruses aren't passing directly through our gut lining into our bloodstream. Collagen is also really great for skin, for hair, for nails, for joints. So it's a good all-rounder to incorporate. Just a word of warning on collagen. It can cause constipation. So if you have a tendency towards constipation, also avoid that as well. However, if you tend to go the other way towards diarrhea, then it's a good one to include to balance things out. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to put in is vitamin C powder, because, well, as you saw, I take quite a lot of supplements and sometimes I just don't want to be swallowing so many tablets. So I quite like this. If you just have this in water, it tastes really not very nice, but in a smoothie, it's completely disguised and you can't taste it at all. So I just like adding that in there. That was 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoonful, which is approximately 1 gram, 1.5 grams. 1 teaspoon. Yeah, that's 1 gram. So I'm going to be taking a couple more supplements later. So I usually take 2 grams of vitamin C a day, some in the morning, some in the evening. So this is my morning one, so 1 gram has gone into my smoothie. Okay, that's about everything that I'm going to put in. So I'm just going to add a cup of coconut milk. I'm using the cocoa unsweetened coconut milk. This one right now. Again, this is just what I've got in. I haven't got around to making any, but I will be making some in the next few days. It's just getting into these practices. So I've got out of a few good habits over the last couple of months. So it's just good to get back into it. But for now, this is what I've got. This is what I'm using. So that goes in. Pop the lid on. Sorry you can't see the bottom of this, but I will show you. Okay, voila. It's a really lovely dark colour. I pour it into my cup. It's quite a lot more than that now, but there it is. Bottoms up. Yum. That's really good. So that's a really good. Now it's all in my teeth. You can brush your teeth after having this, because all the berries and the pips and the seeds will get a bit stuck in your teeth. So I hope you have a good week. Let's just wipe my mouth. Hope you have a good week. Any questions, pop them in the group. And yeah, enjoy. Experiment, play around with foods, include lots of different colourful foods. Have fun. Have a great week. Speak to you next week. Okay, bye.